Okay, so this method is called the box method or the area model. So we're just going to do a quick review of what you learned way back in fourth grade and just kind of build on that to review a little bit of larger numbers. And so if we started off with something, say 36 times 4, and we were doing the box method or the area model, we would just first decompose 30 and 6, or 36 into 30 and 6. And we would draw that little box, and we would need 2 columns since 36 has 2 digits, okay? So we would do that into 30 and 6, and we were multiplying by 4. So 4 goes right here on the side. Okay, so then all we have to do is multiply. 4 times 30, that would be 120. If you want to use the patterns of zeros, you could say 4 times 3 is 12, and then attach that 0 on the end. Then 4 times 6, because that's where these two right here is where the 6 and the 4 meet. And so we put that right there for a total of 24. To get our total, all we have to do is add that up. 120 plus 24, and that gives us 144. Okay. If we want to move up a little bit higher into that, we could still do that if we want to do, say, hundreds. So let's do 145 times 3. Let's try something like that. Okay, since we have 3 digits on the top, we need to break this up into 3 columns on the top. Okay, so draw your little box, 3 columns on the top, and we are decomposing that into 100, 40, and 5. So 140 and 5. And we're multiplying that by 3, so we'll put 3 right here on the side. Once again, where those two numbers meet, so in this first box, it's 103. So 100 times 3 is 300. 3 times 40, so 4 times 3 is 12, and attach that 0, 120. And 3 times 5 is 15. To get our total, all we have to do is add. So 300 plus 120 plus 15. All right, we add all of that up. We get 435. Okay, so here's the part where people start struggling, is what happens if there are 2 digits on the bottom? Does that change much? Not a lot. This is just going to add another row. So let's say our example, our problem is, let's say 34 times 25. Let's do something like that. Let's do 34 times 25. Okay, so first of all, how many digits do we have on the top row? 2. So we're going to decompose that 34 into 30 and 4. So I'm going to need 2 columns on top. 30 plus 4. Now the difference is right here. I have 2 digits on the bottom, 20 and 5. So I'm going to make 2 rows right here. And I'm going to put 20 here and 5 right there. Otherwise, everything else is exactly the same. So we're going to go ahead and multiply right where each of these numbers meet. So in this box, I have 30 and 20 meeting. So 3 times 2 is 6. I have 1, 2 zeros, so I'm going to attach 1, 2 zeros. All right, 20 times 4 is 80. That's what meets there. Now, when we come down here at the bottom, this is still the 30 column, and now we have the 5 row, so 30 times 5. So 3 times 5 is 15, and attach that 0, so 150. And then 5 times 4 is 20. To get the total, we're just going to add all of those up. So 600 plus 80 would be 680. 150 and 20 is 170. And then we just add those together. And you could add those up just like I did up there. You could do 600 plus 80 plus 150 plus 20. It's however, whatever makes you happy with there. It's no big deal. 8 plus 7 is 15. Carry my 1. 6 plus 1 is 7 plus 1 is 8. So 850. Again, we could do that again any way we want. If we wanted to do that with 3 digits, if we were going to move it, let me erase some of this real quick for us. If we want to do this instead of, say, 134 times 25, we would just simply make another box. So let's say it's 124 times 25. Okay, we're going to go ahead and make that Now I have 3 digits on the top row, so I need to make this into 3 columns. And we're going to decompose that into 100, 20, and 4. And then 25, so 2 digits on the bottom row right there. So I'm going to break that into 20 and 5. All right, so actually I'm going to pause right here, pause the video right here, and see if you could do this one on your own. Okay, so you have an answer. Let's see if you got it right. 2 times 1 is 2. We have 1, 2, 3, 0. So 1, 2, 3. So we have 2,000, 20 times 100. The next box, we have 20 times 20. So 2 times 2 is 4, and attaching those 2 zeros. And then 20 times 4 is 80. Go on the second row, I have 100 times 5, so 500. 5 times 20 is 100. And 5 times 4 is 20. Okay, so 2,480 on top. And again, you can add this any way you want. Plus 620. So 0, 8 plus 2 is 10. Carry my 1. 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 1 is 11. Carry my 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. So a grand total of 3,100. All right, so that's just a quick review on the box method or area model.